Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. We are the podcast that turns your ideas into an amazing adventure every single day. You know, we couldn't even exist without imaginations from kids just like you. So if you have an idea for a story, I'd love to see it. Check down in the show notes below for how you can submit your own story idea, and maybe we'll turn it into an awesome adventure. And parents, if you're new to kids podcasting, I want to challenge you to listen to podcasting for 5 days in a row with your kids. It's going to increase their imagination, decrease screen time, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Are you guys ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! Hamilton, Ontario was one happy town. Every morning, the townspeople woke up. That was a big yawn from those townspeople. They woke up to bird songs sailing in through their windows. Then they would get up and get dressed, humming their favorite tunes. As kids walked to school and adults walked to work, the sidewalks were full of people listening to music and even singing together. Everyone in Hamilton loved music. Everyone that is, except one mean wizard. Silencio the wizard did not like noise. He didn't like music of all kinds, and he definitely, did not like singing. Listening to the people go about their mornings blasting their music made him pretty angry. Even listening to the songs of the birds made him grumpy. I can't take it anymore. Oof, I need to stop that racket at once, Silencio said on a particularly loud and joyful day. He stomped over to his spell books and began flipping through the pages. Let's see. This is for, a spell for unlimited pancakes. Spell for defeating stinky professors. Spell to clean your room. Here it is. Spell to steal all the music. Silencio grabbed the book and began gathering ingredients from his pantry. He mixed and crushed ingredients together until he had a very sad-looking gray powder. He poured it into a jar and began to say, "Sad gray powder in this jar. Erase all music near and far. Take away the loudness of their song. Make it quiet all day long." The powder swirled and swirled up and out of the jar, and with a loud clap, it exploded out in all directions, escaping out of the doors and even the window cracks of Silencio's home, and erasing all melodies and tunes across Hamilton. Even the birds had no more songs to carry. Everyone was even reduced to a low whisper, one that did not carry on in the wind and could not be heard drifting in through the cracks of Silencio's house. "Ah, that's better," Silencio grinned and growled. Meanwhile, across the town of Hamilton lived Rhea and Elise. They were in the middle of an epic cover of their favorite song when suddenly their voices just disappeared. Elise's voice went from belting out her song to just a whisper. "What happened?" rasped Rhea. "Oh no, my voice too." As the day went on, Rhea and Elise met more and more people who had also lost their ability to sing. Anytime they tried to raise their voice an octave or drag out their words like a song, almost nothing came out of their mouth. Can you imagine living in a world where you couldn't sing or make a loud sound? Oh my. The streets were so quiet, without anyone playing music and singing along. The skies were quiet without the sing-songy chatter of birds. all they could hear were feet crunching on the ground below, and wind blowing in the air above. By the time Rhea and Elise had gotten back home that night, they were exhausted from how quiet and miserable the day was. Rhea looked out the window after getting ready for bed. She perked up when she saw a bright light shining across the sky. "Elise, look, it's a shooting star." Elise ran over as fast as she could and sat down next to Rhea. "Make a wish, hurry." "I wish for someone to help bring back our voices and music," said Rhea, her eyes squeezed shut tightly. "Me too." Elise nodded. The two girls went to bed that night, dreaming of musicals and music notes. The next morning, Rhea woke up to a snort and a warm breeze on her face. She opened her eyes and found herself face to face with a long snout. Rhea would have screamed if she could, but she scrambled back to get a better look and what? Saw the snout was connected to a beautiful golden unicorn.
"Oh, good, you're finally awake. See, I heard your wish last night. It seems you have a problem with the music,"
asked the unicorn. Elise had woken up now, too, and was rubbing her eyes in complete disbelief. "Yes, we can't sing anymore and barely even talk. Just this whisper. All our songs have been stolen somehow."
"That's silly. Of course you can sing. Everyone carries at least one song in their heart. I can hear them now if I listen very carefully."
The unicorn leaned its head in closer to Elise.
"Yep, there's yours. It's very lovely."
Rhea and Elise still felt skeptical. "How do we get the songs out? We have tried to sing, but nothing happens." The unicorn just smiled at them.
"Yeah, but did you try and sing from your heart?"
She phrased it like a question but didn't expect them to answer.
"Close your eyes and focus on your heart. Listen for the song, and when you hear it, sing the words."
Rhea and Elise did as they were instructed. Rhea found her heart song first and belted it out. It worked! It really worked! Rhea was no longer speaking in a whisper. She was able to sing and make music and use her voice however loud she wanted again. Seeing Rhea's transformation was the boost that Elise needed. Elise found her heart song next, with the same marvelous results. "Oh, this is amazing! We've got to help everyone!" So Rhea, Elise, and the unicorn went through their town of Hamilton, helping each person discover the song in their heart and break the evil curse. Back on the other side of town, Silencio's morning had started out nice and silent, just the way he wanted it. But as the day went on, however, he thought he heard some singing. "What is that? No. It can't be. It can't be!" But by the end of the day, Elise, Rhea, and the unicorn had reached almost everyone in Hamilton. They were all so grateful to have their songs back that they couldn't help but sing as loud as they could. Silencio the wizard could no longer deny that his spell had been broken, as music and song poured in through the cracks of his home right to his ears. "No!" Silencio cried out. He slipped on his noise-canceling headphones and began searching for a quieter place to live. That was a pretty amazing story, and I'm so glad that Elise and Rhea and their unicorn friend have saved the city! That may be the end of this story, but it's only just the beginning of their amazing adventures that lie ahead in Hamilton, Ontario. We'll be right back after a brief word from our sponsor. Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday, Davis! Davis is turning 8 years old. Woo! Davis loves swimming, playing with his 6-month-old puppy, Yuki, and hiking. Wow, those are all really fun things, Davis. I'm so glad that we got to celebrate you and your big day on the show. Happy birthday, Davis.
You know what time it is? It's time for Kid Shoutouts.
I want to say hey to Jude from Australia, Vincent and Zoe from Texas, Nate from Connecticut, Sloan and Cole from St. George, Luke and Delilah from Bend, Oregon, and Betis and Mason from Japan. I'm so glad that you're all on the Kid Short Stories family. We couldn't have this much fun with imagination without you, my friends. Well, you have a super duper day, and I will see you on our next adventure. Bye!